I call to order this inaugural meeting of the Green Commission. We'll start with a roll call vote or roll call. Commissioner House.
Commissioner House, hi. Sorry.
Commissioner Storino. Commissioner Ramirez. Commissioner Wessling is here. Moving on to public comments on agenda items. Any public comments on agenda items? Seeing none. Moving on to introduction. Reading of Ordinance 4494, amending Article 20 of Chapter 2 of the Villa Park Municipal Code, creating the Green Commission. Ordinance number 4494, an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, amending Article 20 of Chapter 2 of the Villa Park Municipal Code, creating the Green Commission. Whereas the Village of Villa Park is a duly organized and validly existing non-home rule municipality created in ordinance with the Constitution of the State of Illinois of 1970 and the laws of the State of Illinois, and whereas the Village President and Board of Trustees of the Village may from time to time amend the text of the Villa Park Municipal Code when it is determined to be in the best interest of the residents of the village, and whereas the corporate authorities seek to make the village a leader in sustainability, environmental protection, and green innovation, and whereas the corporate authorities desire to establish a permanent commission dedicated to developing and advancing policies, programs, and partnerships that align with global and regional sustainability best practices, and whereas the corporate authorities have determined that it is desirable, necessary, and in the best interests of the village to amend the Villa Park Municipal Code to create the Green Commission to advise the corporate authorities on long-term solutions for environmental issues facing the village. Now, therefore, be it ordained by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Villa Park as follows. Section 1. The facts and statements contained in the preambles to this ordinance are found to be true and correct and are hereby adopted as part of this ordinance. Article 20, Green Commission created. There is hereby created a Green Commission which shall serve as a strategic advisory commission to the village board, focused on sustainability, environmental policy, green innovation. Green stands for growth that is sustainable, resources protected, environment enhanced, energy efficient, natural areas preserved. Intent and purpose. The purpose of the Green Commission is to develop and promote initiatives that improve the environmental health, resilience, and sustainability of Villa Park through planning, policy development, public education, and community partnerships. This commission moves beyond basic environmental awareness by proposing forward-thinking strategies, guiding principles, and developing partnerships that align with regional and global best practices and sustainability. The commission's focus will be on long-term solutions for reducing environmental impact, protecting natural assets, and integrating sustainable practices into the village economic development, infrastructure, and community planning. Membership. The Green Commission created herein shall consist of 5 members appointed by the village president with the advice and consent of the Board of Trustees to serve without compensation. To be eligible to serve on the commission, members must be current residents of the village, current business owners in the village, or employees within the village. Members shall be appointed for a term of 3 years, except that the members first appointed to the Green Commission shall serve as follows: 1 for 1 year, 2 for 2 years, and 2 for 3 years, as designated by the village president. Members shall hold office for their designated terms and until their successors have been appointed. All appointments shall expire at 31st of May of the appropriate year. Any member of the Green Commission may resign at any time during the term for which he or she was appointed, which resignation shall be addressed to the village president. Vacancies on the commission shall be filled for the unexpired term of the member whose position becomes vacant in the manner provided herein. If any member of the Green Commission shall cease to maintain the status qualifying the member for appointment of the commission, or shall fail to attend 3 consecutive meetings of the commission without being excused by a vote of a majority of the members of the commission, such absence shall be considered as cause for termination of commission membership. Report of such change of status or failure of attendance may be reported to the corporate authorities, and if such report is accepted by the corporate authorities, the membership in question shall be declared vacant. The membership in question shall be declared vacant, and it shall be the duty of the president to appoint a qualified successor to such membership in the manner provided herein. Any member of the commission may be removed for cause by the president with the advice and consent of the Board of Trustees. Officers. The village president shall appoint the chair of the Green Commission from among those members appointed with the advice and consent of the village board. The chair's term shall be 3 years. A vice chair and a secretary shall be elected by the members of the commission for a term of 3 years. No member may serve more than 2 consecutive terms in any office unless at least 1 year has passed since their last term in that office. Responsibilities. The Green Commission hereby created shall have the following roles and responsibilities: to provide recommendations to the village president for consideration by the village board regarding village-wide sustainability plans, including carbon reduction strategies, renewable energy goals, and long-term climate adaptation measures. To advise the village board on potential climate action initiatives and green infrastructure projects. To promote energy conservation in municipal buildings and encourage the adoption of renewable energy. To recommend incentives or programs for businesses and homeowners to improve energy efficiency. To collaborate with the Villa Park Growth Commissions to attract green industries, to support sustainable business practices, and encourage green job creation. To encourage sustainable purchasing and vendor policies for municipal contracts. To advise on preserving and restoring natural habitats, promoting native planting, and managing stormwater using eco-friendly design. To recommend strategies to protect open spaces, the Salt Creek watershed, and other ecological important areas. To recommend updates to building codes or zoning ordinances that support LEED, net zero, or other green construction standards. To promote walkable, mixed-use, and transit-accessible developments aligned with sustainability goals. To promote composting, e-waste recycling, textile recycling, and broader zero-waste goals for the village. To collaborate with haulers and residents to increase diversion rates from landfills. To lead educational efforts on eco-friendly and sustainability practices for residents, businesses, and schools. To host sustainability workshops, green expos, etc. To identify and pursue regional, state, and federal grants to support sustainability projects and infrastructure upgrades. To coordinate with regional partners to align with broader environmental goals. To recommend membership in sustainability networks or climate collaboratives. To track progress on sustainability goals and present an annual sustainability report to the village board at its last meeting in December. To recommend to the village president for consideration by the village board changes to this article. To organize and manage the spring sweep event to clean up local parks, trails, and green spaces, encouraging community participation and pride in the village's green spaces. To coordinate and promote electronic recycling events to help residents responsibly dispose of old electronics, reducing e-waste, and contributing to the village's sustainability efforts. To administer the Green Champion Award to recognize and celebrate individuals, businesses, and community organizations that have made significant contributions to environmental sustainability, conservation, or the beautification of green spaces. To establish and oversee forces for specific initiatives such as tree planting, wildlife habitat restoration, and community-based environmental programs to further the Commission's sustainability goals. Meetings. Regular meetings of the Green Commission shall be held at least monthly, with special meetings called when necessary. A quorum shall consist of at least 3 members. The Commission shall meet in accordance with the Illinois Open Meeting Act. The Commission shall keep minutes of its proceedings showing the vote of each member upon each question, or if absent or failing to vote, indicating such fact. Any formerly absent member who certifies that he or she has read the minutes of the proceedings before the Commission may vote upon any question presently before the Commission. Reports, recommendations, and records. The Green Commission shall keep permanent minutes of its meetings, which shall include topics discussed and the motions and votes of each member. The Commission shall keep records of its proceedings, which shall be available at the Village Hall for public inspection during ordinary business hours. The Commission shall submit approved minutes to the Village Board, along with any special reports containing the recommendations. All recommendations of the Commission shall be forwarded to the Village Board within 45 days of the action. All recommendations of the Commission are advisory only and are not binding upon the corporate authorities. An annual report covering the Commission's activity and progress shall be prepared and presented at the last stated Village Board meeting in December. Expenditures. The Green Commission may recommend expenditures to the Village Board for programs, events, and initiatives related to park development, environmental sustainability, and other green space projects. All expenditures must be approved by the village board before implementation. Task force. The Green Commission may recommend the formation of a task force to assist with special projects or grant-related initiatives. A task force shall be composed of volunteer residents or business residents with the expertise, skills, and resources needed for the task. Task forces will operate under the direction of the commission and will be appointed for a predetermined period, which may be extended by the village board. Section 3, that is, if any section, paragraph, clause, or provision of this ordinance shall be held invalid, then invalidity thereof shall not affect any other provision of the ordinance. Section 4, that all ordinances, resolutions, motions, or orders in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. Section 5, that this ordinance shall be in full force in effect from and after its passage and approval by its law. All right. Moving on to discussion. We have discussion of future vision of the commission. Open it up for discussion.
Maybe I should have done a little research before this, but I'd love to know where we actually do have composting that's up and working. I know that the Iowa Community Center had a couple bins, but I haven't seen those actually in use for a few years. I'm not sure if the other little park we have that's down by Westmore Myers Road has composting to it. Is there anything else that I'm not aware of? I'm a total nerd when it comes to composting. I have like a worm farm at home and everything, so I'm gonna be very excited to help with this.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think looking into our composting programs is, I think all the programs obviously is important. I'm not sure myself.
Okay. How do we find that out? Okay.
President Patrick, who would be the staff liaison, I guess, for this commission as well as the board liaison?
Okay.
We haven't determined who the staff liaison or board liaison is right yet.
Okay.
Right now, I will fill in for both, and I will give you answers to those questions.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool.
And the rec center might be another thing to look at. They have something.
Yep.
Maybe they have like some space put aside for it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with what the rec center is doing right now.
Yeah. Could ask. Can't hurt.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Commissioner Serena, anything?
Just, I guess just make sure all our buildings are like energy efficient as much as we can. Just make sure our green spaces are like taken care of. Maybe make sure we're not harming like wildlife. And I guess just making sure our village is environmentally sound, because we all have to live in the village no matter your income level, so
True.
benefits everyone.
Agreed. Yeah, I think there's some things in the ordinance that I think pertain to some larger scope goals that we can dig down into. So things that I found both within our village and in others, Ville Park's part of the Greenest Region Compact. It's like 150 villages or so as a Chicagoland metropolitan area kind of compact. They have a bunch of goals lined out, something like 50 goals that we can look into and align to and drill down to see things that we want to tackle, see what obviously other villages within the compact have been up to. Ordinance talks about a sustainability report. I saw quite a few villages have those and report on those at least once a year. I saw a few that actually have their own sustainability comprehensive plan that were built in conjunction with the village's comprehensive plan. Looking through our own for the village, the only thing, there wasn't a lot about environmental sustainability within the comprehensive plan. I think that's something that we could work on or tackle and work with the village on, make recommendations for that creation. And I know the comprehensive plan, I think, goes out to like 2045 or so, but I think it's something that we can figure out, maybe like a 10-year plan or something shorter, and revisit that could be revisited every, 5 years or so, move things along, make sure that things are on target. So I don't want to get too bogged down in all the little things that we want to do. I'd like to figure out big aspirations, drill down how we'll get there. So what do we want to do, and figure out how we're going to do it. But I think looking to some other towns, both close by or far away, or give us kind of a better idea of things that we could do, and then things that aren't happening around here, but maybe elsewhere in the country even. So I'd like to see this kind of move that way.
That might be a good thing to discuss at the next meeting.
Yeah.
Go more in depth with the goals
Yeah.
in that plan you were talking about.
Agreed. So I guess that's kind of my bigger ideas.
Okay.
My bigger stuff in the, as things go on, as we have more meetings, drilling down into some of those individual goals. I think there's some, ongoing projects and programs that I think I agree that we should sustain, like composting, the e-waste recycling program, the spring sweep, all that kind of stuff. I think is very good, and things that we can champion and keep pushing forward. So just other volunteer events, prairie path cleanup. I know that.
Yep, we'll be working on that.
Yeah, things like that, to both for our commission to help, push forward, but get the residents involved with volunteer opportunities as well, just to keep, like Mike said, keep our green spaces green and clean and enjoyable for everyone. Just, I think you put it perfectly, everybody's got to live in the village, so should make sure that it's, nice and sustainable for everyone. There's a lot of talking. Does
We
anyone
could
have?
also maybe come up with like events.
Yeah.
Like villagers to attend,
I agree.
stuff like that.
I agree. It definitely,
Raise awareness
oh yeah.
of the environment.
I think public education is important, and when there's kind of village-wide events, I definitely would like to see the Green Commission be, in attendance there in some way, somehow, as a group. National days out, et cetera, things like that.
I would like to get together some groups to do park cleanups. That would be a lot of fun for me. We always have trash around some of our little parks, like not the Iowa Center, but the one that's right over next to it with the pond. Is that Terrace Park?
Oh, yes.
It's always full of trash in that pond, and I'm always cleaning up stuff there. So I'd love to get a group in there and just clean it up this spring.
I like that part. I would definitely like to see that nicer. I think that's a good one.
You know what? And maybe something for a container for a fishing line. I know another resident and I last year finally managed to grab a great blue heron that had fishing line around its beak and also more in its chest. Let me tell you how scary it is grabbing one of those birds.
Yeah.
But we should have like some receptacles for people to be able to responsibly throw those away.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be definitely a lot of fishing there. I'm pretty sure there's like a yearly fishing contest.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay,
Anybody have anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, I would entertain a motion for adjournment, if no more discussion.
Motion to adjourn?
Do I have a second?
Motion to adjourn.
We'll do a voice vote for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? No? Well then we'll call this meeting of the Green Commission to adjournment.